All right. Good evening, everyone. I hope you're doing well. It's JP here. I'm actually up in Bedford View at the moment. I've been doing some meetings around South Africa. We had a very, very nice meeting on Tuesday evening in Standerton, and last night was in Potchefstroom. So I'm obviously up in Bedford View for the Super Regionals. So unfortunately, my setup is not the same as it is at home, but I've no doubt we're going to have an awesome call this evening. And first of all, well done for being on the call this evening. I can see obviously there are a lot of people on the call. I can see Let Marie and Quentin on. I saw Delena earlier also on the call. Obviously, yeah, so it's great to see all of you on the call. Gabby all the way from the Netherlands on the call. So yeah, we're really going to have an awesome evening, and I'm super excited about some of the speakers that are going to be sharing this evening. And we're going to sort of do this evening a little bit differently to normal. And what I'd like to do is maybe just add a video in that we're going to show. So basically what we'll do is we'll start off with a video, then we'll have a few people share a little bit about why they're obviously involved with Mannatech and why they're excited about this journey and, you know, what the products have done for them so far. And of course, then we'll go into the presentation. So I'm hoping to have the presentation done in the next 40 minutes. We are obviously recording this. So obviously you will be able to share it afterwards. So it will be available. And I can see Rolin's on, Rolin Faber also from Kimberley on, Werner Kruger also on from Port Elizabeth. So it's so amazing with this whole you know, concept of Zoom, where we can have people logging onto the onto the opportunity calls from all over the country. I see we've just gone over 132 people. I'm sure there'll be close to 200 on as time progresses. So what I'm going to do this evening, we're going to start off with a quick video, and we're going to just see a little bit more about our technology. So just bear with me, this should work. So I'm going to do a quick screen share.
Since its establishment in 1994, Mannatech has always insisted on using science to create reliable and effective nutraceuticals. The best proof of this is that these 25+ years, we have obtained a total of 143 patents. Patents have a 20-year lifespan, and there are currently 95 valid patents and 9 more patents that are in the process of approval at this time. Mannatech excels and strives for excellence through patents, but most of the companies in the nutrition and healthcare industry have few or no patents. This means the science and product validation behind patents places Mannatech far above the competition. Behind these 143 patents is Mannatech's effort to research, validate, and acquire each patent. In terms of product development, product verification, and intellectual property protection, Mannatech has made significant investments. The benefits that these investments bring to the company are not as immediate as the investments in advertising or marketing, and that's why other companies in the industry choose not to invest as heavily in patents as Mannatech. But why is Mannatech so different? Because we think about the long term by investing in the future. From the time the company was first established, we wanted to make Mannatech a world leader in the scientifically proven nutrition industry. We know that while developing better products, it's also important to protect these scientific and technological achievements. And by applying for patents, it's the best way to protect our products from theft or forgery. This protection helps Mannatech to be able to continuously invest in scientific research and development, and has a positive impact on the company's long-term sustainable goals. And this is extremely valuable to our associates and our customers, to have products that are unique to Mannatech that cannot be duplicated. The benefits of obtaining patents are numerous, but the process of obtaining patents is long and difficult. To patent a product, it must be innovative, creative, and useful to the industry it serves, each of which is very difficult to achieve. Therefore, the fact that Mannatech consistently obtained patents in many countries proves that you can rely on our products to make a difference in your life. Mannatech's pursuit of science is not limited to obtaining patents. We have 17 human clinical studies to date, including 13 double-blind placebo-controlled studies, and those are the gold standard for scientific research. Mannatech has been working hard to make people enjoy a healthier life through patented and exclusive products that we create. And because of the power of technology and the authority of patents, Mannatech's associates are more convincing and persuasive when promoting products. And at the same time, Mannatech can also prevent competitors from infringing on our intellectual property. And this enables our associates to provide the one-of-a-kind products. Perhaps Mannatech products are not the cheapest nutritional supplements on the market, but Mannatech products are the most scientifically proven nutritional supplements that you can trust. With exclusive technologies, exclusive ingredients, cutting-edge human double-blind placebo-controlled scientific research, and the power of patents, you can believe in Mannatech.
All right. Okay, that was an awesome video. Let me just go back to the screen. Okay, stop share. Okay, brilliant. Yeah, I think it was an awesome video. It sort of covers a little bit, of a few of the basics about, regarding the product and some of the science. We'll obviously get into a bit more detail about that later. So what we're going to do this evening, we're going to have, 3 people share a little bit about why they're involved in Mannatech and why they're obviously excited about the product, the opportunity. And first of all, I'm going to ask Hein Kreber to share. And Hein's obviously worked in quite a few different industries. He had his own business in solar power. He's now working for a development company in health and safety. I know he was also a game ranger at some stage as well, if I remember correctly. And they've obviously got a massive passion to help other people. They've seen amazing results on the product. They obviously, they're based down in Port Elizabeth. So I'm obviously pretty excited to hear what they have to share. So, and they've got a massive passion to help people diversify their income, earn an extra stream of income. So I'm going to ask Hein just to come on. Let me make him a co-host quickly, so this should work. So you'll be able to share your screen. Hein, are you there? Oh, great. Okay. Oh, brilliant. Okay, awesome. So you're live. So all over to you.
JP, thank you very, very much for the privilege to be on the call and to share a little bit about our story as well. And I just want to thank my upline bronze presidential director and also the person who told us about Mannatech and the business, Irene DePria, just for her input and into our lives, and also for our mentors, Neil and Elena Wilkin, for taking us each every step by step in this incredible business. So yes, JP, as you mentioned, I've done a few things in my life, and that was mostly because I grew up not really knowing exactly what I wanted to do. I just knew that I wanted to make a difference, but I didn't really know what that really meant. So I ended up working in several different industries. I worked in 7 countries, over 3 continents, and I worked as an IT specialist. I restored antique furniture. I was a ranger in one of the national parks. I worked on a super yacht for the mega rich, and I also owned my own business in the solar power industry. And it was all very exciting, but it never really felt like I was making any real significant difference. And very importantly, my income fluctuated significantly. So it was very difficult to plan ahead. At some stages it will go very well, and at other stages it will be very difficult to get by. So, and it really all came to a head when I ended up in hospital. I burst my appendix and I was unable to work for 3 months. And that was at that time I owned my own business. And it was very, very tough. My income stopped completely. And I started looking for something that I can do that can make a real difference, but then also can provide that financial stability that was becoming more and more important. I just started a family at that time. So it was very important to have that. I had goals and dreams as well. I promised my wife that I will look after us from a financial point of view. I promised my kids that I will be the best dad that I could be. So I really wanted to fall on that. And I was starting to look for something that I can do that can help me to get that, because what I was presently busy with could fulfill some of that areas, but never all of it. And that's when Mannatech came across our path. And at first, I really was quite skeptical because I didn't really understand the business or the technology. But Erika, my wife, started using the products, and what I saw happened to her and the significant difference it made in her life, it really gave me hope. I saw an opportunity in Mannatech where I could make a real difference in people's lives. I saw a way to bring hope to other people. I saw a way to bring hope of a better, healthier, financially free future. And I saw a way to, over time, create a significant residual income for myself as well, for our family, so that we can really work towards our goal of living a good life, and a life that can inspire others, that we can give back to those around us, and really give back time and energy and effort and finances into our community, and really support the issues that we find important, which is very hard to do. I don't know if how many people can relate to that, but if you are in positions where you're often struggling to make ends meet, it's really hard to really then go out there and impact other people as well. So, and that was really, it's really something that I saw Mannatech could give for us. So I will be forever grateful for Mannatech and the incredible people that leads us and guides us and supports us every step of the way to reach our dreams and goals. And I'm excited about what the future holds, and I can't wait to see more people telling their stories just like this on your and many other platforms that Mannatech have an offer for us to make use of. So I just want to thank everybody that's involved in our process and that's in our team. Thank you, and also thank you very much for the opportunity to share our story tonight. It's really an honor. So thank you very much for that.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Hein. Appreciate that. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, I mean, I obviously know the story with you and Erika. You guys have just had incredible results in the product, and I think that's really what makes this work, is that we've got a product that's just life changing. So, so next up, I'm very excited to have Nicolette Huggett. Well, it's nice to be able to call her Dr. Nicolette now. Obviously, she's studied at the University of Pretoria, and she's now working in a hospital in Durban. And I know she's got a lot of experience also, obviously growing up. I probably met Nicolette probably 7 years ago. And she's obviously got a massive passion for people and helping people and health and wellness. So Nicolette, it's great to have you on the call this evening and sharing with all of us. I'm sure there's a lot of people that are going to be super excited to hear from you. So I'm just going to quickly do a quick, I'm just going to quickly add a pin to, just going to pin your video, and then it's all over to you. So looking forward to hear you share this evening.
Awesome. Thank you so much, JP. It's so wonderful to be on the call tonight, and I'm really excited and honored to share tonight. So basically, I started on this journey about 7 years ago when I met JP, 6 or 7, I think. Wow, it's just such an exciting path that my life has taken. I can't even tell you guys. So initially, when I started on this journey, I was studying to be a doctor. I was in my first year, and I was going through a really, really difficult time with my studies. I'd come from school doing so well to getting into varsity and just not being able to study, not being able to concentrate. I was failing my exams, and I was really, really struggling. And about that time, I was very, very lucky that my mom was actually introduced to these products, and she gave them to me, and I absolutely saw a huge, huge transformation in my wellness. I went from having low energy, tired and lazy, not being able to do anything, struggling to concentrate, to actually excelling and, going past my wildest expectations in terms of my studies, in terms of my energy levels. I could just see myself soaring, especially in my studies, because initially when I was studying so hard and struggling, I went to studying so much less and being able to retain that information and concentrate so much better. And I knew from that moment that we had found something really, really special in Mannatech. And, because I started studying medicine, the whole reason was because I was so interested in helping people. I really wanted to help people with their health and wellness. I was interested in how the body worked. And when I learned about these products, it kind of shook up my world a little bit, because everything I knew about medicine through my studies at that time was, it was all about medicine. They never ever taught us about nutrition, about what nutrition could do for our bodies. And I never really thought about it until I had this experience, and I started looking at these Mannatech products in a little bit more detail. And I was able to, go through the science, like what Dr. Steve Nugent was saying on that video. There's so much science behind Mannatech and the ingredients and the formulation. And it's just really, really incredible that we have this in our hands, because there's no other nutritional company like this. So when I was able to go through those studies and really get into the research behind glycans and how our products are formulated compared to others, I really had this huge understanding that we have something massive in our hands that we can share with others. And this product really has the ability to help everyone across the world with their health issues and their wellness in general. And through that, I think I realized that actually, if this can be my calling, that would really, really inspire me. And so I finished my studies and I've just started working. But all along, I've been on this Mannatech journey and, slowly been building this part-time. And I must say that this has given me such a hope and inspiration in my life, because at the moment, I'm working such long hours every day, hardly ever get lunch breaks. We work, sometimes we work over 24-hour calls, sometimes up to 28-hour calls. And, it's very, very difficult to catch up that sleep and keep up with your wellness and, keep on top of things. And I think I've just realized that maybe there's a different way that I can be helping people with their wellness, but doing it in the right way by also looking after myself and creating time freedom for myself and being able to create like a financial legacy without burning myself out, doing these long hours, etc. And the other thing that I've realized is with using these products with the amount of work I'm doing at the moment is that I really am excelling compared to my colleagues, because my colleagues, I see them suffering. They're really, really struggling with fatigue and things like that. Whereas I can feel my energy level is high. I'm always able to go longer, and just not complain as much every day. And I really, really find that is always, I can always put that down to the products. The products have given me the most amazing energy. And I've been so blessed to be able to help other people with that, that level of wellness as well. And I really think that if all of us reach out to the people around us, when we found that benefit in the products and ourselves, it's so awesome that we can share this with other people while creating a great financial legacy for ourselves and for our families. And like what Hein was saying, to be able to take care of the people around us, we need to have something. You can't be struggling yourself and want to share with others. So I think that's so awesome. And for me, I can just see this as a new career path. It's still in the same sort of line as what I'm doing, but just slightly different and in a slightly better way. And I can still help so many people. And I'm really, really excited about this journey. And thank you so much, JP. You've always been there for me. And I really, really appreciate your help and everything you do for Mannatech and for us. Thank you so much.
Awesome, Nicolette. That was fantastic. Sure. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, that was really awesome. I just want to quickly just take your pin away. Okay, perfect. Yeah, that was awesome. It's so nice to hear from you. I have no doubt that your mom is extremely proud of you this evening. Yeah, so well done again. You really are setting such a great example. And I think it's so true what you say, is that I think, really that people are really becoming so much more aware of their health and integrative health. And it's not just, you get ill, you go to the doctor, they give you, some tablet or some pill to take away the symptom. It's really about looking at your health from a holistic point of view. So thank you very much for sharing. And so next up, we've got a Gold Executive Director couple, but only one of them will be sharing this evening. So I'm super excited to have Jochemus Prinsloo share. I've known Jochemus and Alna for quite some time. Jochemus is not only a chartered accountant, but he's also got a massive passion for business and also for helping other people. And I think, you know, the one nice thing with him as well is he's got an incredible story as well on, you know, starting the products. I know he always shares that he never started for this because of the business. It became a business when they saw what the products could do. But I think, you know, you've really got a great story. So I hope you're going to share a little bit more about why you guys got involved. You know, it's probably been like 6-7 years now, I guess, 5, 6, 7 years. Time goes by so quickly. So over to you, Kim.
Thanks, JP. Really, thank you for the opportunity to share. It's really a massive honor. And I would just really like to thank Gary and Shemaine from Asrichen as well. I mean, they've guided us every step of the way just to help us to where we're at today. So for me, like JP said, it really didn't start with the business, although the business is now quite a significant part of our lives. It really started for me with the product, and it actually started through my wife. So I think she's a bit more of an entrepreneur than me. She started with the business. She really just wanted to do the business, didn't really back then care about the product as she do now. She started with the business, and I think we probably went on our first date, probably like a week after she started with the business. So on our first date, she shared this product because I just told her, like, obviously my story, and I was diagnosed with a disease where you can't eat any sugar. So a lot of you will know. And then when she heard that, she was like, okay, you're my guinea pig. So she just like, listen, you got to use this product. And for me, I'm actually an auditor or CEO by trade. So my typical C personality didn't really think this product is really going to make a massive difference in my life. So I was highly skeptical, but I mean, we went on our first date, so you can't say no to a girl like you try to impress. So I was like, okay, I'll use it, but you need to pay. So she actually bought the products for me. I started using it, and between 2 and 4 months, I actually started seeing some amazing results. And my insulin usage went down from probably more than 60 units per day to less than 10. And I went back to the doctor. I just said to him, listen, just do your test, just see if everything is fine, because I feel amazing. And I started using a lot less insulin, and his eyes was like, okay, wow, he thought I would like probably mismanaged. And then the test came back, and he just said to me, listen, whatever you're doing, just keep on doing it, because he hasn't seen results like it. And I mean, I was amazed because I already feel like I felt great, but I didn't know what like the test will say. And from there onwards, I was still at varsity, so I wasn't really thinking about building a business or putting food on the table. You know, as a student, you don't really have a worry of a day old. So, but some of our friends and family really struggled with certain stuff, and we just started sharing with them, and we just said, listen, this is all organic. This is just food that your body needs. It's not a cure. It's just something that can help your body. And we started sharing, and all of our friends and family just started seeing some amazing results. And at that time, we were close to finishing our studies, and we just decided, listen, we got to share this with the world, because we're sitting here with something that really is going to change people's lives every single day. And I mean, for us, it was totally out of, I mean, we were, I think, in a different boat than Nicolette, because, I mean, this is in her line and expertise. For us, I mean, I'm a CA, my wife's actually, like, we just work numbers, and we're not really a health and wellness type of people. But once you see what this product really can do, it really changes your heart, and really, like, you feel like, listen, you got to share this with the world, no matter what your background is, because you just get passionate about it. So we started sharing, I started doing my articles, and throughout my articles, I started doing this business part-time, because I think probably in the first 6 months, I just thought, like, listen, I don't want to do this for the rest of my life. And that was the cool thing about this business is, for me, is that you can really, doesn't matter what occupation you do, if you work a lot of overtime or whatever, if there's a will, there's a way. You can still find a way to build this business, because it's really made to do part-time. I mean, we on this call now, all over the country, all over the world, more than 200 people plugging in and sharing and see the opportunity. So this is what this business is about. It's about changing people's lives, and really for us, finding a vehicle to build that extra stream of income. For us, it's also about, I mean, you put on the safety belt before the accident. So, and this is, I mean, the accident baby is COVID-19 for some people. But the thing is, if you can really start building this business part-time, even if you don't even need it, you don't know what's going to happen in the future. And this is the cool thing about this business. A lot of people that we've helped is they just start building a passive income part-time, and slowly but surely it's becoming a full-time income. And that's a cool thing about this business is for us, it's enabled us to spend more time with our family. We aren't so dependent on our jobs than before. And that's a cool thing, because every single day we have the opportunity to really take this opportunity to other people and give them the same opportunity, not only helping them with their health, get their health back, but really helping them to get their wealth back and getting their life back. I mean, for us, really help a dad to come home and spend more time with his kids. And nowadays that's not like a common thing. So this is really what this business is about. For us, I think JP obviously will share a bit more about the stats and the facts and how the compensation plan is going to work. So I would really advise you guys to, if you're listening for the first time, really open your heart, open your mind, because this is maybe just the opportunity that you've been looking or praying for that can really change your life, because it certainly changed our lives. It just changed our kids' lives. And we're just super excited to share this with the world, because it's just making an impact every single day. Because every morning we wake up, we feel that sense of purpose, like Ian said, that we can really go out and change someone's life today, and that gives us meaning. And we really like to change, or take this to the world and change as many lives as possible. So but thanks a lot, JP, and thanks for the opportunity to share, and I can't wait to hear a bit more from you.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Ochimus. That was fantastic. And, I think the great thing about this is we're getting so many people from such different backgrounds that are all looking at Mannatech as a vehicle to really create an extra stream of income. And I think, if ever there was ever a time when people needed an extra stream of income, it's now. And I think, what options are there for people out there but to get involved in, a legitimate business like Mannatech, where it costs you almost nothing to start, and you have the opportunity to build a, whether it be an extra 2,500 Rand or 5,000 Rand a month or 10,000 a month. And I think for me, quite interesting what I've noticed over, the last, 2 to 5 years. I've obviously been part of Mannatech for 12 years now. Started off when I was 22 years old. I'm 34 now, so I've been doing it for quite some time. But the amazing thing is, I think most people do Mannatech to earn an extra 5,000 to 10,000 a month. I think for most South African families, extra 5,000 to 10,000 Rand on top of what they're earning already. You can take that money, put it towards your bond, or pay off some debt. Put it towards your kids' education one day. But I mean, it's really something that's of such necessity today, is to be looking at diversifying your income. No South African household should only be dependent on one or two sources of income. You need to be doing something on the side where it potentially can start creating a passive income. So, because if you just look at the statistics around us, most people haven't put enough money away for their retirement. And Mannatech is such a great way where you, on a part-time basis, can start building up a business that eventually can become quite a major sort of income stream. And we've got, Mannatech has created over, 200 people. In fact, in Mannatech, I've earned over $1 million in the company. I'm very fortunate to be one of those people. But I can share with all of you this evening, it was definitely not my reason for starting Mannatech. I didn't want to start this to become $1 million earner. I started Mannatech because I wanted to earn an extra 5,000 Rand a month as a student. And I knew it wasn't going to just happen overnight. I knew I was going to put time and effort into it. So this evening, what I was trying to share with all of you this evening, this is not a get rich quick scheme. So don't think you're going to join Mannatech and make a lot of money for doing nothing. It's going to take time and effort. But I can tell you the things that are easy to do are also easy not to do. You're going to find it's a very, very easy business to build. But if you can be consistent and you can focus, it's incredible what you can achieve over a 10-year period of time. And I've always said to everyone in my group, we completely overestimate where we can be in 1 year, and we underestimate where we can be in 10 years. And I've just looked at, in fact, there's quite a few $1 million earners in South Africa, and it's amazing. All of them have been part of Mannatech for longer than 10 years. So it just goes to show that it doesn't happen overnight. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to do another screen share. We're in fact going to do a different presentation this evening. It's slightly different, I guess. So hopefully all of you should be able to see my screen. And I'm just going to go back to the first page. All right. Okay, so it's only 10 pages if you're counting through. It's only going to be 10 pages. Okay, there we go. Mannatech, it's obviously, we're going to talk a little bit about the product. We're going to talk a little bit about the opportunity. The first thing I just want to share with all of you starting here is that 96% of people lying awake at night are worrying about two things: health and finances. So if there's ever been a perfect time to be in business with Mannatech, it's right now, because I think with COVID-19, people have realized immune system support is important. So from a product point of view, a company like Mannatech, having the studies, having the science, I mean, it's a massive. I mean, we've seen, it's amazing for you. Mannatech's been in South Africa for 14 years. We had our best month last month was our best month we've ever had in Mannatech after 14 years. So it's still growing after 14 years, and more people want the product. So just incredible. And of course, so many people out there need an extra stream of income. They're open to earning an extra income. They're realizing they're looking for a home-based business, and we just have, we've ticked all the boxes in that department, and you're able to build this global business. So first of all, just to run through just a few things. First of all, the cash flow quadrant. I'm going to go through this very, very quickly, but you'll see in the red square that says employee. Most people, this is the source of income for most people. We trade time for money. So we work 160 hours a month, and we get paid a certain income for those hours that we're trading. So we're trading our time for money. I always share with people, if you're not enjoying what you're doing, you're really selling your life for money, because your life is your time. So I would encourage you, if you don't enjoy what you do, start looking at Mannatech, building it part-time, because eventually your part-time business can become your full-time income. And it definitely has done that for so many people in South Africa, and even in my own organization, tens and tens of people, if not hundreds of people. So really incredible. Then, of course, a lot of people, become self-employed, but still the problem is if you're not there, you're not earning income. So really this whole cash flow quadrant thing is about setting up a business system, becoming a business owner where you can leverage, because of course, Mannatech, making the products, distributing the products for us, being international business, you're now able to build a residual income where you can leverage yourself. And of course, that's how you earn a passive income, because you've got enough people that are using the product, and you've got enough people that are obviously distributing the product. And of course, all of us want to become investors, and that's obviously where you make the money work for you. But my whole thing about this evening is, all of us on one of these quadrants, just start thinking about, how do I move over to the blue quadrant? How do I become part of a business system where it's something where it's willable, it's inheritable, it's you've got massive tax advantages, and also something you can actually leave, that you can leave for a year, and actually the business can grow, and where you have built up a business system where you're not dependent on having to be there all the time and sell, because the business is running on its own. And that's what it's really all about, is creating a passive residual income where you can obviously have the time to do the things that you want with the people you choose, because you've got choices. So next up, let's just run through a few facts about Mannatech. The first thing I want to share with all of you is Mannatech is not a fly-by-night company. We have been in business since 1994. So we've now been in business for 26 years. So we've got a massive track record. When I was flying up from Cape Town, I was sitting next to a guy on the airplane who is a venture capitalist, and we were speaking a little bit about business. And he was saying to me that, they go and invest in companies that are at least 10 years old, and then they scale those businesses up, and then they obviously sell them. But the interesting thing he said to me was, he said of 100 businesses that start in South Africa, about 56 businesses are around after 3 years, which means that 44 businesses are not around after 3 years. Of those 56 businesses that are left over, 24 of those businesses are still in business after 5 years. 24 businesses. So your chances of building a business that's going to be around for 5 years, it's almost like you don't even got much of a chance. It's like a 50-50 almost, less than a 50-50. In fact, it's like it's 75% chance it's not going to be around. And he says that about 9 companies are around 10 years later, which tells you that of all people wanting to start their own business, doing something for themselves, that only 9% of people are still around in that business 10 years from today. So when I look at Mannatech and I see here's the opportunity to start a business for 600 Rand and be able to build a business all over the world with a public company, obviously Mannatech being listed on the NASDAQ, we've been listed since 1999. We do business in 26 different countries. I mean, it is really, really incredible if you go and think about that. We are more than a quarter of a century old. We've been in business for over 25, 26 years. So that's super exciting to be part of a company like that, We're also, of course, part of the Direct Selling Association. In fact, there are only just over 30 companies in South Africa that are part of the Direct Selling Association. They are a foundation or a ethics organization that really look at making sure that whatever you do as a company that's legitimate, your compensation plan is legitimate, you've got a legitimate product, and they actually hold you accountable to certain standards. So we are obviously part of the Direct Selling Association, not only in South Africa, but also internationally as well. So just quickly, you know, there are 3 pillars for me about Mannatech. The first, obviously, being that we're in the health and wellness industry, which is a growing industry. We don't need to convince anyone that health and wellness is important. You know, there's so much information out there, but the long and the short about this is that people want better looking skins. They want to be able to live longer. They want things to help them with, you know, inflammation and, you know, energy levels and sleeping better and skin and all those types of things. So really the health and wellness industry is a booming industry. So just quickly on that, you would have seen the video on the patents. So we've got now more than 141 patents on our products, and it's growing all the time. We've got science on our products, so it's not just another product you can buy somewhere else. We've got science to prove that our products do what we say they do. You know, some of our clinical trials show that the product helps for things like, you know, delayed onset muscle soreness, which really means that it's for you know, for people to recover faster. We've got clinical trials saying that the product helps with cognitive function, digestive function, skin tone, fat loss, you know, immune system support. You know, we've got pro and prebiotics. So we've got really, we're a science company. And then, of course, we've got a very disruptive technology. Obviously, we're the only company in the world that's brought a whole new class of nutrients to market. So it's a very disruptive technology we also have. And I think just in closing on that part is that we've got a 90-day satisfaction guarantee on our technology. Just quickly, something I want to add is that we've also got a massive heart for kids that are malnourished. So we, every single month when you order the product for yourself, will nourish a child for the whole month on the product as well, called Fighter Blend Powder. So a lot of these kids get products or food at least, but it's not always nutritious. And of course, the next part is that we are obviously, from a business point of view, is that it's part-time, it's low startup cost, it's an international business you can build, and also it is a turnkey business. So super exciting, you know, and remember that at least 80 to 90% of the people involved are people that are just using the product, that are actually just customers of the product. They're not people going out there to build a business. About 10 to 20% of people looking for extra income that want to build a business. And the majority of people that actually use the product end up becoming business builders as well, because they see how well the products work. So just quickly on where does the money come from? So if you look at the traditional distribution model, which is, you'll see at the bottom left-hand corner, 20% of the money normally goes towards the production of the product, and about 80% of it goes towards advertising and marketing. So the way that Mannatech works through word of mouth is that we take 56% of the turnover, put that towards research and development, and of course the 44% that's left over, they pay to the associates, which is you and me, to go out there and go and share the product with other people. And think about it like the advantage that you have from a word of mouth marketing, or at least from our distribution model, is that you as the associate have got a relationship with that customer. Normally when people go and buy supplements at a health store or at a pharmacy, no one is there to check you taking your product properly. No one is there to check that you may be having a corrective response. No one is there to build a relationship with you, because, and very often what tends to happen is the person selling you the product has never even used the product that they're selling you in any way. So for me, you've got someone that's actually used the product, they've got experience with it, and they're actually there to help you and guide you and support you on your journey with Mannatech as a customer of the product. So I think that's also super exciting to be, you know, part of something like that. Now, of course, we've got lots of different products. We've got integrative health products, we've got targeted health products, weight and fitness, and of course, skincare. You know, I've mentioned some of these things. Our products have had good manufacturing practices. The products are also NSF approved, which means that whatever you say on the label is tested by a third party to actually be in the product. We have 17 published clinical trials, 12 of them being double-blind placebo studies. Of course, we discovered glycans, and we're really the pioneers in that field. We've got a global scientific advisory board, and of course, we've got loads of patents, as you see there. I mean, we've already mentioned those as well. So just quickly, I'm just going to run through some of these products very briefly. You can always go through these incredible presentations done by, you know, that you can, obviously, if you go into some of the websites, and if you go into the mannapol.com page, where there's really a great amount of information on the ingredients and so forth. But first of all, Ambritose is our flagship product. Mannatech started with Ambritose. Ambritose is an immune modulator, It helps with cell-to-cell communication in the body. There's, as science suggests, there's about 8 essential glycans, which means you need to get these glycans through food. They're essential, so your body can't actually make them. The problem is we're only getting 2 of those 8 essential glycans in the modern day diet because of the way the farming practices have changed, the way that we eat today. We're choosing convenience foods over foods that are nutritious. And I think if we just look around us, we can see that more and more people today are not well. They have got compromised immune systems. And basically what Ambritos does, it allows the body to heal and restore itself at a cellular level, because we believe if you've got healthy cells, you've got healthy organs, you've got healthy tissues, you've got a healthy body, but it all starts at cellular level. And that is what Ambritos is all about. It's something that you can't buy this anywhere else but through Mannatech. So this is something that everyone should be looking at. The next product is Phytomatrix. We'll be talking about this evening, which is a plant-based multivitamin mineral, also with phytochemicals. It's a vitamin mineral product. It's really essential for building blocks for your body, because all science suggests that we're not getting the vitamins and minerals that we require, our recommended daily allowance of vitamins and minerals in the modern day diet. So basically, most vitamins and minerals in the market are synthetic. So this is a plant-based product, which means that the bioavailability of the product is just so much higher. So what I want to encourage you to do, if you want more information, go to mannatechscience.org. There's so much info on there. And of course, the next product I just want to briefly touch on is a product called Plus. There's more than 96 hormones in your body. And Plus is really a hormone. It's a gland food. It's amino acids and plant sterols. It's very, very good for prostate health, bone health, colon health, immune health, heart health, just general well-being. But probably the biggest thing about this product is it just makes people feel very good. So I really, really would recommend people to try a Plus as well, especially for females. Not that males don't get the same results, but in my experience, it's amazing that that females just get a remarkable, can feel a remarkable difference when they take this product. But of course, I also take Plus. I think everyone should be taking Plus. So just regulates the endocrine system. Of course, the next product is the antioxidants. So antioxidants are really there to reduce oxidative stress in our bodies. It is obviously very, very important just from a point of view of, that there's so many free radicals out there. I mean, there's more than 75,000 man-made chemicals, in nature. And, our bodies need to obviously get rid of these toxins. And that's what antioxidants do. They get rid of these toxins. And this product specifically has got more than 2 clinical trials on it helping with oxidative stress. So very, very incredible product. I would encourage everyone to be looking at using antioxidants. It is also very good for anti-aging and also for inflammation in your body. The next product, just briefly, is omega-3 with vitamin D3, which is essential fatty acids. It's got the perfect ratio of vitamin of EPA and DHA. And obviously, most science is suggesting if people just take an omega-3, they shouldn't be taking omega-6 and 9, because we're automatically getting too much of that in the modern day diet. Something else I just want to share with all of you is that omega-3 is so important for inflammation. So many people are struggling with inflammation. Take omega-3. There's another product called Bounce Back. I would encourage you to take that. And I would also encourage you to take Ambritos Complex Powder if you're struggling with inflammation. It's good for brain health. And of course, it's also very, very good for cardiovascular health and also for skin. Omega is obviously very important. This omega is from anchovies from the deep cold waters of Peru. And the nice thing about this is people did not get a fishy burp when they take the product. The last product I just want to share with all of you this evening is the GI Pro Balance. 70% of your immune system is in your gut. So gut health is incredible. This product is a symbiotic. So it's a pre and a probiotic combination. Prebiotics actually keep probiotics active. It comes in a sachet, which is very, very easy to use. And it really it's about 15 billion active bacteria in one of these sachets. So really, really very important to help your body from a point of view of in fact, new studies suggest that probiotics help with anti-aging, they help with skin, they help with obviously with most diseases start in the gut, inflammation starts in the gut. So I would encourage everyone to be taking a probiotic. In fact, I recently listened to Dr. Steve Nugent, who's one of our doctors, who was sharing that on a call with Australia, that he said that if you're not using GI Pro Balance with your Ambritos, you're really wasting your money, because the GI Pro Balance actually makes the Ambritos work so much better, and the Ambritos actually makes the GI Pro Balance work a lot better. So they actually work symbiotically together. So they are already synergistically, they work way better together. So I would encourage you, use both of those together if you can. So just quickly, so how do people become part of Mannatech, or how do they join? So just briefly, the one way is by being a customer. Remember, I shared that earlier that about 80 to 90% of the people that are part of Mannatech are actually customers of the product. They're end consumers. Nice thing for customers, there's no joining fees. You earn up to 20% loyalty points. You buy a product wholesale, and you can also earn loyalty points by referring other customers to Mannatech, which is really cool to help you get your product for free. The other way is by being an associate, which costs about 600 Rand to start off with. You also earn 20% back on your loyalty points. You buy a product wholesale, but the advantage you have over here is that you can earn commissions for referring other people. Now, we pay 6 different ways of commissions or forms of commissions. So there's 6 different ways to earn. The first is the customer bonuses. So these are all the customers that you have that are ordering product. The first way is what we call a power. Well, the first way would be the first order bonus, which is on every single person that you refer, you earn 25% back on whatever they order. The next would be the power 10, which is on customers, which means you get on the first time the customer orders, you earn 25%. But the next time they order, because remember the product runs out, you will then earn between 10 and 15% on those orders. That's called the customer bonuses. And then also the business development bonuses. We're not going to go into detail about that now. We'll cover that on the next slide. Then there's mentor bonuses, there's uni-level commissions, there's leadership check match, and of course, there's the global bonus pool. So this is the last slide. So if you're looking at building this as a business, the first thing you should consider this evening is, who do I know that can benefit from the product? Who do I know wants better looking skin? Who do I know that's got kids that might be interested in the Manna Bears, which is our Ambitose product for kids with vitamin, well, no, actually it's not got vitamins and minerals. It's actually got fruits and vegetables in, but also Ambitose. I mean, who do I know that, you know, might be interested in the fat loss products? Who do I know into sports that might be interested in sports products? Who do I know that would just like to have a better quality of life? So think about that. So I would encourage you, if you're serious about this, make a list of like 20 people you want to speak to about the product that are going to be customers. So your first goal should be is to get to 500 points. Now, every single product's got a point attached. So 500 points is give or take, including your own order. You want 500 points is about 6,500 Rand worth of product, 6,000 Rand worth of product. So let's assume in your first month, so let's assume you get started today, you start working on your list, and next week you start as we get into the new month. And next month you do 500 points, which means you've sold about 6,000 Rand worth of product. You would earn about 1,500 Rand for the referral of those customers ordering product. The next step is going to be to get to director. And what this is all about is you helping 2 other associates, so 2 other of your friends that also sign up and pay the 600 Rand to join Mannatech as an associate. But you teach and train them because you've done the 500 points. You can now teach and train them how to do 500 points as well. So think about it like this. There's only 3 people that are actually associates. It's you, your 2 friends, and all of you've got customers that are actually using the product. So together you're doing about 1,500 points. And Mannatech can pay you commissions for doing that because they don't have to pay those commissions to anyone else, or for advertising and marketing. They can pay it to you because you referred these customers. You brought these customers to Mannatech, so they can pay you for that because of word of mouth marketing. So for doing that, you can earn anything from about 1,500 Rand to about 2,500 Rand a month. That's and that can be a lot higher. It can be up to 3,750 Rand. But that's your second step. First step, do the 500 points. Next step is find 2 associates, help them do the same. The next step that you want to do is help 4 associates each do 500 points. So you do your 500 points, but you've now helped 4 other associates also do 500 points. So think about it like this. There's only 5 people building the business. There's 5 associates, but there's about 2,500 points being done. So if there's, which theoretically speaking would be 25 people ordering 100 points. So the nice thing about this, and the amazing thing of Mannatech is you actually don't need new people to join because you've got 25 customers of the product every month. They just want the product every month. And that's that separates Mannatech from a lot of other companies out there. Is that you don't have to constantly recruit new people to actually earn an income. And very often in a lot of these schemes out there, you have to constantly recruit new people. With Mannatech, you don't have to do that because you've got a product that runs out every single month. It's a consumable good, vitamins and minerals. In fact, all of Mannatech's products, bar 1 or 2, last only 30 days, which means you get repeat orders, repeat sales, because your customers are getting loyalty points, and also because they're getting results from the products that they're using the product consistently on a monthly basis. So think about it like this now. So there's 2,500 points. The next step is think about if you help those 4 friends of yours each earn an extra 3, 4, 5,000 rand, just like you did now when you helped your 4 associates. You know, you got to silver director, you're earning, you know, probably, you know, 3,750, 5,000 rand a month as a residual income now. But if you help 4 of your friends each earn an extra 5,000 a month, you will then be what we call a silver executive director. Now you'll see this on the bottom left there. There's a level before that, which is executive director, which is 6,000 points. But remember, if you've helped all 4 of your people, associates get you 2,500 points, you're anyway already on 10,000 points. So once you get to 10,000 points, the income there is anything from about 8,000 rand to about 20,000 rand a month, depending on your structure as a silver executive director, which is a great way as an extra income. Now, whether this takes you 1 month to do, 2 months, 5 months, even if it takes you a year to do that, think about how much money would you have to invest in the bank to earn 10,000 rand a month residual income. That's about 2 million rand you have to invest in the bank. If you wanted to earn 20,000 rand a month, that would be about 4 million rand. How long is it going to take you to save 4 million rand? For me, it's much easier to help 4 of my friends each earn an extra 5,000 rand a month, and they're all happy. But also now I get to earn an extra 10 to 20,000 a month because I've helped them. I've teach them, I've trained them how to do that, so they can also be empowered to go out there and help other people. So that's called silver executive director. There's another level called gold executive director, which is about 20,000 points, anything between 15 and 30,000 rand a month residually. And then of course the next level is called presidential director. Now once again, if you help your 4 friends, person 1, 2, 3, and 4, each earn an extra 10 to 20,000 a month, automatically by default you would be a presidential director, because there would now be more than 40,000 points in your business of people that are using product, that are ordering product every month consistently, and you've obviously got quite a few people that are building the business. So as a presidential director, your checks anything from about 30,000 rand a month to about 60,000 rand a month. The nice thing also with presidential, the first month you qualify for presidential, you also get a $1,000 bonus, which is really, really awesome as well. So that's called presidential director. Now, once again, you're a presidential director. The next level on the right-hand side, you'll see there's a level called bronze presidential, which is 80,000 points, which is about 80,000 a month. Silver presidential, which is about 120 to, probably up to 150,000 a month. It probably can be more depending on your structure. Gold presidential, which is 240,000 points, which is plus minus 160 to up to 220,000 a month. And then of course, platinum presidential is around 250,000 a month. It can go all the way up to 300, 400, 500,000 a month, depending on your structure. And the key thing with this is all about helping other people on the product, and also about empowering other people. And so that's why leadership is such an important thing. It's so important for you to lead a team of people and teach and train and coach them to get to the next level. Now, something I just want to share with all of you, there's a few things I want to share with you all in closing, is the first thing, the earnings or lifestyle indicator are not necessarily representative of what you may earn in doing this. So for me, these earnings are completely up to how much time and effort you put into this. This is not a guaranteed income that you're going to earn this income, but this is the type of income you can earn, and this is the type of income that loads of people in my organization are earning every single month. And some of them do this very, very quickly, some take a lot longer, but it does not matter how long you take. The key thing is to go out there and help other people. That for me is the most important thing, is help other people on the product. And if you find that people that you potentially could be a solution for people to, from a business point of view where you can help them earn extra income, you share that with other people. So just in closing, actually, I'm gonna just stop the screen share here. I just want to leave 2 things with you, and that is, the first thing I want to leave with you is that a lot of people don't realize that you've only got about 40 years to work. If you start working at the age of 25, you're hoping to retire at the age of 65. Most people do not retire at the age of 65. They end up working until they pass on. So for me, the nice thing with Mannatech, it's a great way for people to start earning extra income, where they can, while they're working full-time on their job, they can start earning part-time in their part-time business, which eventually may become a full-time income. And they can start this for 600 Rand, where it's not going to cost you 100,000 Rand or 500,000 Rand or 1 million Rand to start your own business. You could do this for next to nothing. So for me, I think that is such an added benefit. And for me, in closing, there's a few things you need to think about. The one thing you got to think about this evening is, what are the benefits? Now, I'll tell you some of the reasons why most people do this. The majority of people are involved in this for the product and what the product can do for other people. The other people that are involved in doing Mannatech or involved in Mannatech is because of the extra income. Some people are involved with this because of They are looking for retirement options. They don't have a plan B or even a plan C. So they're looking for ways to diversify their income. A lot of people do this because they can actually build something up which is inheritable. It's willable. So caged on whether you are there or not. I mean, it can become a business that can pay your grandchildren one day or your great grandchildren one day if you build it correctly. And especially being with a company like Mannatech, it's a legitimate company. It's been in business for such a long time with a product that's of real value. Then the other reason why people get involved is because we've got incredible incentives. I mean, we've just recently finished our incentive to Mauritius. Last year was the Maldives, Italy. The year before was the Maldives. So they're great incentives. And also there's incredible tax advantages of having a home-based business. Obviously, we are in the home-based business space in the health and wellness industry. It's something that everyone's looking at. And more importantly than that, is that we also get to utilize things like social media, which is something that everyone's on in any way. So it's so easy to reach out to people and find people that potentially you can help and on the product or on as an opportunity. So for me, it really is a no-brainer. There's nothing to lose and everything to gain. So from a risk point of view, there's literally nothing. There is no risk. Basically, the only risk you've got is the amount of money you spend every month on the products for yourself. But think about it like this: most of us are spending money every month in any way on vitamins and minerals, on shakes, on skincare products. But we're buying this from Wellness Warehouse, we're buying this from Discount, we're buying this from pharmacies, and we're not buying it from our friends or buying from our own stores that we've all got online through Mannatech. So I would encourage you, think about it like that. Think about you can earn the loyalty points, you can earn a commission on it every month. You can actually make money back on your orders that you're placing every single month, which are products that you need in any way every single month. So for me, I think that is so exciting about this. So thank you very much for all of you being on the call. I see we're getting onto the hour. Thank you for taking the time out of your schedule to be on the call this evening. And I mean, I see we just had just over 230 people on the call this evening. So I think it's fantastic. Thank you. And I want to wish you and your family an incredible day tomorrow, an incredible weekend. We're up in Joburg for the Super Regionals. For all the executive directors and above, it's going to be a packed weekend. Super excited about it. And we'll all remember to wear our masks. So thank you very much, and all the best. Enjoy the rest of your evening.